Welcome back. Now, the South African National Parks has received 3 million rand in donations to help the fight against poaching. The donation comes from the Legacy Experience Project, spearheaded by international cricketers, and that's Kevin Peterson and Mark Boucher. Now, the money is meant for the air wing based at Skukuza Airport. For more on this, I am joined in studio by Kruger National Park media specialist, and that's Mr. Ike Patla. Babu Patla, thank you very much for your time. Talk to us about where this donation of 3 million rand is going to go towards.
It is going to go towards our air wing. Thank you very much for inviting us, Goli, to your program. The air wing is part of a very important part of anti-poaching campaign that we have in the park. As you know, we are always under pressure, and when we talk money, we're talking a finite product. So every donation is much more than welcome. As to what they're going to do with it, we want to occupy the night because that's when the poachers are more active. And so it's going to go towards technology that's going to improve our capability of flying at night.
What are the numbers looking like, Mr. Patla, given your anti-poaching measures? What are we looking at versus where we are now and from where we come from?
Where we're coming from, I think we've made a lot of milestones. We went into 2012 and came up with a 5-year strategy that in the year 5, we're going to start seeing some reduction. And that has transpired. I mean, from last year, we had about 328 by this time of animals that were killed, and we are at 292, which is a reduction of about 40 animals. And some people might say, but that's not enough. But, you know, the incursions that we experience, I mean, you and I are speaking right now, we might have 10 to 12 groups of poachers that are in there hunting illegally. And when we talk about groups, we're talking about a four-man team. So it's quite relentless, but as Rangers and the Rangers Corps, they're doing their best within the mandate that they have to operate within the parks.
Let me pose this question to you, because on the back of that, here's a very, very important but also concerning comment coming from the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of Environmental Affairs in Parliament at the time that the Department of Environmental Affairs was there to account. And I quote him now. This is Mr. Mohlopi Mapulane. He says that we don't have enough information on criminals. We are happy that the poaching numbers have slightly declined, but it's not enough. We don't know what will make it go down, and this is what we need to discover. The fear there, Mr. Patla, is that the department doesn't appear to have a clue on how to save the rhino from extinction.
I think what we need to concentrate on is that this is not a conservation matter. It is a criminal matter. And the more information about criminals and about syndicates has to come from the South African Police Service as well as law enforcement agencies. You know, conservationists, they can do as much within their mandate and within the operations inside the park. But if their efforts were to be met outside by intelligence gathering on the syndicates, by also disturbing all the activities that they are involved in, we would see a much higher reduction of animals. Because once they get into the park, it is a chase now to try and stop them. But we need to stop them from entering the parks.
All right. Ike Patla, thank you very much for your time. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. And I see I got the email that we have to agree.
Yes, indeed. We got the memo. Thank you very much, Mr. Patla, speaking for SENParks here on the back of that 3 million rand donation. And as you heard, it's going to go into improving technology in order to try and protect our rhino.